Hello and welcome to this edition of Ritter's Rant. You know, John Lennon once famously wrote or sang, or both, give peace a chance. And what a wonderful concept. Give peace a chance. All we are saying is give peace a chance. And one would think that people would rally around this cause. I mean, when President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska, he was giving peace a chance. And yet, the ire and angst that has emerged from a certain segment of the political elite here in the United States, matched only by the angst and ire that has emerged from the president of Ukraine and his European supporters, has drowned out the not only the lyrics to the song, but the basic concept. It seems so many people are hell-bent on continuing this war, continuing the killing that's going on between Ukraine and Russia. And they're quick to transfer blame for any perceived failures to Trump and, of course, to Russia, who, according to the narrative produced by these people, is to blame for everything. But the reality is far different. It seems that Donald Trump, who is famously known to be unpredictable, says one thing in the morning, does something else at night, has ridden out the storm that was created when Volodymyr Zelensky showed up in Washington, D.C., accompanied by the 7 horsemen of the apocalypse. These British leaders who strode in as if they were going to make demands on an American president they expected to vacillate. But Donald Trump stood strong, didn't vacillate. And at the end of the day, Zelensky and the Europeans were sent packing, being told in no uncertain terms that they would have to learn to get along with Vladimir Putin and to basically bend the knee to the Russian demands. And if they refused to do so, the United States would not turn its ire on Russia, but on them, to walk away from this conflict and leave Ukraine at the mercy of the Russians and Europe to clean up the mess that they made and live with the consequences of their bad decisions. Give peace a chance. Look, we live in a world where, this time last year, there was a greater than 50% chance of the United States and Russia having a nuclear war. That's not me saying it, although I've said it over and over again. That's the conclusion reached by the Central Intelligence Agency that monitors these things. Joe Biden refused to talk to Vladimir Putin. And the United States was working hand in glove with the Europeans to pour money and resources into sustaining the Ukrainian military machine, knowing that they weren't going to beat the Russians, knowing that the end result was just the destruction of this equipment and the deaths of Ukrainians. The estimates of Ukrainian death now, it used to be that people would deny the scope and scale. But now we're talking about between 1.2 and 1.8 million dead Ukrainians. And not too many people are saying that that's far-fetched. For what? For what reason? For what purpose? None whatsoever. Ukraine's been given an opportunity to bring an end to this fighting, to save what's left of the Ukrainian army, send them home so they can rebuild their country and reunite with their families. Europe's been given a golden chance to walk away from failed policies that have destroyed their economy. It left them in a shambles. Creating a Europe that is anything but unified, a NATO that is anything but, capable of doing its core mission, the protection of Europe. It's not Russia to blame for this. It's Europe. It's Zelensky. It's the United States. But at least the American president today is trying to make amends, to do the right thing, to bring this conflict to an end. Realistically, not the kind of pie in the sky, stuff that people like, Kellogg, the retired general, was trying to impose on Donald Trump, but reality-based stuff, the kind of stuff that Vladimir Putin's been saying all along. Putin doesn't want to occupy Ukraine. Putin does want to invade Europe. All Putin wants is peace. He's willing to give peace a chance. So is Donald Trump. The question is, why isn't anybody else? Well, that's my rant. Next time a thought crosses my mind, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks.